Hello, my name is Rachel and I love playing with makeup. Okay guys, so today's video isn't going to be a chatty get ready with me, although I'll probably throw a little bit of chatting in there along the way. This is a first impressions review of Wet n Wild's makeup collaboration. It's for My Melody's 50th anniversary, if I can get the My Melody's 50th anniversary and KUROMI's 20th anniversary makeup collection. I know that they just did a My Melody and KUROMI collection, I want to say back in, I think it was this year, back in like July, and I completely missed it. I only know that because I was searching for this one online, and it's not online. We'll get to that in a second. But, so anyway, the story how I found this. Brian and I went out to get some ice cream last night, and we were like, well, let's go do some shopping while we're out here. So first we went to like Home Goods and Burlington Coat Factory, and I found something at Burlington Coat Factory I'm so excited about. I found this Betsy Johnson quilt set for a queen size bed, which right now we have a full, but we're going to upgrade to a queen. But it's a queen size comforter with a matching throw, and I don't know if you can see, but it has these skulls like hidden in the pattern, so it's like the super subtle skull pattern comforter. You can see another one right over here, and then the throw has skulls on it as well, and is in this really pretty like pinkish purple color, like I guess a fuchsia. But so yeah, I found this at Burlington Coat Factory, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have this. Because you know, right now we don't have like, I've never really been good at decorating my bedroom in a theme. I've just always just like whatever. Right now we just have like a random blue comforter that was his. I don't even know where my comforters are. I'm sure they're packed somewhere. Probably something I never unpacked from the last move. But anyway, so I found that, and then we went to Walmart because I needed some boxes, and I didn't find the boxes. But Bryant saw a whole display of this set at Walmart. And like I said, when we were leaving, I couldn't find it online. So it might be exclusive to Walmart, or they might have just not released it online yet. But it's, as you can see, Wet n Wild, and I wasn't going to get any of this. I was like, no, I just spent more money than I probably should have on a comforter. You know, we're moving soon. We're upgrading, which means expenses are going to be a lot more in the new house. Our bills are going to be more, you know, mortgage is going to be more, all of that. And I was like, so I'm not going to get anything. So Brian started picking things up. He chose these items for me. So he picked up 4 of the items from the collection. There was a lot more than these 4 items in the collection because, you know, since it's My Melody and KUROMI, there's, you know, a bunch of KUROMI stuff, a bunch of My Melody stuff, and then several combined items as well, I think. He picked out 4 of the KUROMI items for me because he knows KUROMI is my favorite. And that's what we're going to try today. We're going to try these 4 items because I'm so excited. And first off, of course, is this... Is it a 5-piece? Is it 5-piece? Yeah, 5-piece makeup brush set. Look how cute it is. And I'm actually going to use these. Like whenever I get new makeup brush sets, I don't want to take them out of the packaging because I'm like, no, I don't want to ruin them by using them. But I'm actually going to use these. And then he also picked out this face palette, which has highlighters, and technically these bottom 2 you can use as blushes, but they're also very sparkly, so they can also be used as highlighters. And then he grabbed the KUROMI, because there was also a My Melody one, but he grabbed me the KUROMI eyeshadow palette. And then he got me this KUROMI lip gloss. They did also have a lip, like a lips, I think it was more of a lip balm, I think it said, so it wasn't like a lipstick. But it was more lipstick looking in a lip balm. But the packaging was too cute, and it's got the little hook so you can hook it to your purse. It's a purse charm, so I can put this on my KUROMI purse. So that's what we're gonna try today. I was gonna go over the prices with you because one of the other reasons I was like, these prices seem high for Wet n Wild, which of course would make sense because it's a branded collaboration. But honestly, I think only the makeup brushes seemed high because this was $18.37 for the makeup brush collection, and I feel like for Wet n Wild brushes that seems kind of high, but I think I'm just, you know, used to the old school dollar Wet n Wild makeup brushes. But I mean, these are obviously branded and absolutely adorable. And then the, let's see here, at Sex, the face quad was $9.95. And when I'm thinking about it, I think that's probably a reasonably average price for a Wet n Wild quad face quad. Maybe $1 or $2 higher, but I think that's about right. And the same with the eyeshadow palette. It was $12.97. So sort of the same thing. I think that's about average for one of their branded palettes. And then the lip gloss was only $5.48. So that's pretty on par with their lip products. Their lip products are usually around $6. So perfect. So yeah, that's what we're gonna try today. So I guess let's break into some makeup. Of course, I am using my Profusion Setting Elixir as my primer because I am lazy, but they did actually have a primer. It was like I think it was a combination KUROMI My Melody primer, and it looked really cool because you can see how this lip gloss is swirled. The primer was also swirled. It had like a goldish and a whitish color swirled together. It was really neat looking, but I already felt like he was spending too much money on me. So I was like, no, we don't need anything else. This is all we need. I'm sure they probably had a eyeliner too. I know they had a lip liner because I picked that up thinking it was a lipstick, but it was just a lip liner. But they had the range was huge. They had so many other things. Maybe if I really like these few items, I'll go back and get some more of them. But not until after I move. Hopefully they're still around, although they might not be because we're not moving for another 2 weeks. And I can imagine a collection like this might go quickly. But anyway, let me just get into this. So of course we're going to start with the eyeshadows. Oh, I gotta open the brushes first, don't I? But yeah, that was so sweet of him. I mean, yeah, he just does that. He'll just randomly just be like, here, I got this for you, and it's so sweet. All right, this is the angled face brush, which I guess you could use for blush or contour, although I don't have a bronzer in this collection, although it's possible one of these eyeshadows could be used as a bronzer, but not to worry yet. So this is what the brush looks like, and the little KUROMI is this little like rubbery thing over it, and then it's got the handle is all printed with the KUROMIs and the My Melodies. So cute. It's like, this is, I guess, a foundation brush. I think that's what that would be. But again, the cute little KUROMI, and the handle is all printed. This, I believe, would be a highlight brush, but the same thing, a KUROMI with the printed handle with the My Melodies and KUROMIs. One of the eyeshadow brushes just has her little skull on it. How cute is that? And then the last eyeshadow brush also just has the little skull, cute little skull, and the same printed handles. So that is the brush collection that we're going to be playing with. And I do, of course, have my other ones here to the side if I need, to supplement. And let's just start with the eyeshadow palette. Here are the colors, and I feel like we should swatch these colors today. I feel like I need to see what they look like. They don't have embossings in any of them, which I'm actually happy for because I'm always sad when I destroy the embossing. So I think I'll do like the top row first, then we'll do the bottom row. How's that sound? Okay, so see if I can actually get you to be able to see them. It's really hard to see the first two because they are just like a duochrome shimmery toppers. It's this one and this one. Those two do feel a little bit gritty, like you can feel the glitter in them. But the other three all feel very soft, and that last purple is so intense, and I love the sparkle. That's this one here at the end. So let me get those cleaned up, and we'll do that bottom row, which has mostly mattes. Like the top row is all like some sort of shimmer, if not straight up glitter, and one matte, and the bottom row is all mattes except for one glitter. Alright, so here is the bottom row. Starting here, this is a very soft pinkish color, like fleshy pink color. And then this one is the one glitter one from the bottom row. And it again is sort of a fleshy color, but with a little bit of glitter in it. And then we have this pinky purple, this very vibrant purple matte. And then the last one, which is actually a very deep plum. It kind of looks black, but it's actually more purple. The bottom row again, so you can... But all of those felt incredibly soft. Those all felt really soft and nice. So I'm really excited to do purple today. And of course I have my Wet n Wild eyeliners over here. And we'll probably use this pink chameleon one when we get to that step. But let's get into these eyes. So of course I do have my switch. Actually, this one is a little bit angled. So that's cute. But we're going to start with, I'm actually going to use this more pink. I was considering using the more fleshy shade for my base, but I'm going to go in with this more pinkish shade for my base and just put that all over my eyelid. That actually, for such a pale shade, does have a good amount of pigment, doesn't it? Really pretty. I don't have my tape, but I do have these cute little KUROMI label stickers that I'm going to use as my tape to do my angles. Because I don't want to waste a lot of stickers. I'll do one side and then I'll flip it over to the other side. So I'm getting really excited about moving. The new house, like, I'm really excited about it. Hopefully everything goes well with the inspection, which is in a few days. But I'm really nervous about moving those cats. Oh my god, those I pulled out, like, I gotten I've already filmed the Amazon Vine video that you're probably not going to see for a few more days because I want to jump in and get this one in first. But I did get this cat carrier, soft-sided cat carrier, and I've set it up in their room so they can get used to it. And they're using it as like a little playhouse, a little bed, which is great. But then I needed a second one because, you know, I have the 2 cats. So I went and grabbed one of their regular cat carriers to take it in there. So again, I can leave it open in the room and they'll get used to it. They remembered it. As soon as they saw it, both of them hissed and ran away. So they remember what the cat carrier is and they are not happy about it. So moving is not going to be pleasant. What we're going to have to do, okay, so next I'm going to, you know what, I think I'm going to go in with that really dark color on the outer edge, and then I'm going to do mattes all for my base, and then I'm going to top them up with shimmers. And then I'm going to do this purple, more purpley color on the inside. So I am getting a little bit of fallout from this, but the pigment is nice. It's definitely nice and dark. So yeah, the cat plan is I'm early morning, because like I said, we're only going to have one day to move because the way that we arranged it. Initially, we were going to do an early possession of the new house and rent it back for a week, or rent it from the owners for a week until we can close, because we needed to close on this house to get the money from the equity to use as the down payment on that house. But people who are buying this house also want early possession, so they moved the closing date up to pretty much coincide with when we were going to rent back the other house. So now we don't have to rent back the other house. But what that also means is we'll have one day to move out of the house, but they are giving us a 2-week grace period for free. They're not going to charge us rent back, which sometimes happens on the garage. So we can take 2 weeks to move everything out of the garage. And most of the house is currently in the garage, so moving what's left in the house in one day shouldn't be an issue. But the cats are going to be an issue. So what we're going to do is, our agent said that she was going to get the key like the night before, or get a contractor box out there, so that first thing in the morning on the 15th when we close, I can go out there, you know, and pack up the cats and everything for them, go out there and set up the cat room or a room for them to lock them in while we do the rest of the moving, so that they're not in this house while we're going in and out. And then possibly, like, neither of my cats are the type that'll try to get outside, but I always have this fear that they'll get trapped between something that's scaring them and the door, and then they'll just make a dash out the door. That always terrifies me, that might happen. So I'm going to go in with that purple next. And so I just want to be able to get them there and lock them in a room so that they, you know, are just stuck there. But I feel bad for them because, you know, I'm going to move them into this strange new room, and I won't be there because I'll be spending the rest of the day moving the rest of the stuff. So I just, like, my poor kitties. They don't handle change well. Kind of like me. Okay, I feel like there was a little less fallout with that purple one. But I think those colors look really pretty so far, right? That looks really pretty. So I guess I should just finish up this eye before I move to the next eye. So let's figure out which of these toppers I'm going to try. I've just been using this one eye, but the other one is more of a, like, inner corner sort of deal. So I'm actually going to go in with this shimmery one on the outer edge here, on the inside over top that purple, and then the very shimmery purple I'm going to put on the outside over top the dark purple. See if that works. Might not have cleaned my brush off enough. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of darkness in that shade. Okay, again, this is one of the types of shades that might benefit from using the finger. So I'm going to go on with the finger and see if I can make that work better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely a finger shade. Oh yeah, that worked a lot better. But I shouldn't have any problems with the sparkly purple, because it's not really a glitter shade, so it should pick up nicely on the brush. Okay, I'm not sure if that is really working. I'm going to try a more packing type brush, and then just give up and use my finger again. I mean, this one feels so soft. I think this one should work with a brush. Or maybe it's just because the color is not really that much different from the darker one. It's like, you see the two next to each other. So it's just not really adding any extra, but it is adding some extra sparkle. So, okay. That's just going to be good enough there. And then I'm going to take the little brush and go in with this multi-chrome glitter into that inner corner. Okay, I think that's cute. That works. Alright, so let's switch over to the other eye. And I've got my makeup wipe because I'm going to have to get some of this off. There was a little bit of fallout, but mostly just from that really dark one. I think that angle was wrong. I think that angle would be more this way. I need it more upwards. I always get it wrong. I have problems matching my angles. Okay, that might be right. And if it's not, what can you do? Okay, so I think I got my eyes somewhat matching. Let's find out if my angles are close. Okay, not bad, not bad. I've definitely done worse. Alright, and then now they did actually have a setting powder, but I didn't get that. But I do have this old, I really need to find another one of these. The Super Stay, who is this by? Full Coverage. It's a powder foundation. I cannot remember who it's by. It just says Maybelline Super Stay. I actually really love this stuff, as you can tell. I'm still like, I'm going to use every last corner of this if it kills me. Now in real life I don't often put a powder on my face because it sticks to my little dry patches, but this one actually does a pretty good job of not doing that unless I have a severe dry patch. But so many other powders, if I just had the tiniest dry patch, it's just like, caked. But this one I really like. But I still don't usually use this when I'm like going out. I usually just do eye makeup and lips. I maybe some highlighter, but like I don't usually do like a base thing unless I'm filming, because I feel like it looks really good on camera. Just really, like on camera you can really see like sort of how it evens out the skin tone. So I really like using it on camera. I'm just too lazy for it in everyday life. Well, I'm too lazy for makeup in general in everyday life. I very rarely wear makeup out of the house anymore these days. I mean, I never really did, except for when I was going out to clubs and stuff. But anyway, I think we are done with the eyeshadow palettes for now. I think the colors are super pretty. I really like the way this came together. But let's go into a not KUROMI product. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Chameleon eyeliner. This one might be too, I don't know, light. But I think I've already packed the one that would probably work better. Actually, maybe I should do this one. This one I think is a little bit darker. Okay, I think that goes really well with it. Nice. They also have a couple of, actually on their website, but also in Walmart, they do have some of the Fantasy Makers. You know, every year at Halloween they have the Fantasy Maker line, and there's a few products from that I really want to try. They have a lip stain. I really want to try the lip stain in black, and they also have a couple of other chameleon glosses, because from their chameleon line they already had, I think I packed one of them, but they had the chameleon glosses and just the chameleon line. But for the the new Fantasy Makers line, they also had a couple more colors, and I really love the chameleon lip glosses. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to throw on some mascara. I didn't even see if there was a mascara in this line. Like I said, there was so much. And I was trying to not look at it because I didn't want to buy anything, and then he just started grabbing things for me. So I was just like, so sweet of him. Today's video brought to you by Bryant. It's kind of sad when I think about it. I don't think I've ever had a boyfriend just randomly buy me things like that in my life. I'm in my 50s. Like, of course they would buy me things for events and holidays, but just randomly just be like, oh, I see that you want this thing, but for whatever reason you're not getting it. Let me grab that for you. I've never in my life had a boyfriend who's done things like that for me. He is the best boyfriend, seriously, I've ever had in my life. He likes to joke that it's easy when the bar is so low. I told you I was going to go away to do this, but now I'm talking to you, so now now you're getting bits and pieces of me in the middle of putting on my mascara. So our new house, directly next door, like literally like probably not even a 5-minute walk, maybe a 3-minute walk, just got to cross one road that does actually have a crosswalk, is the library. So I can get a library membership again. Back when I lived in Northern Virginia, I had one because I had a library directly across the street from my house. I'm the type of person that if I have to go out of my way to get to something, I usually don't. But this will be like right there. So I'm excited for that. And then directly next to the library is a YMCA, which is basically like a gym. And we looked into memberships for that. So we're probably going to get memberships to that. And he has a membership to a gym now, but like he doesn't go because, again, it's one of those things, you got to go out of your way for it. But this will be like right there. It's really not going out of your way. It's just like a 4 or 5 minute walk and you're right there. So we wanted to join the Y. Plus, it's a really nice gym. It has, of course, all the normal gym machine stuff, but it also has a pool. And for $5 a month extra, you can get 24-hour access to like the weight rooms and locker rooms. The pool isn't going to be 24 hours and the saunas aren't going to be 24 hours. But for $5 a month extra, you can have 24-hour access, so you can go in the middle of the night. That used to be the type of thing I like to do because no one's there. And I think their prices are comparable with a normal gym membership. I think it was like, I can't remember. I think for 2 people, what did it come out to? It came out to like $39 a person because they have like a family membership or like a household membership where 2 adults in a household can join for a lowered price than just one person. And I think it came out to like $39 a month. And then when his son moves in with us, we can add like a dependent child. And I think that would drop it to like $33 each a month. Of course, that means Bryant has to pay more because he's paying for him and his son. Or we can just split it. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see where I'm at financially. What type of job I find. I might not be able to get more than a minimum wage job because all my tech skills are outdated, but who knows. Plus, a lot of the types of jobs that I used to do in IT are now done by AI. So even if I still had the skills, they probably wouldn't be relevant anymore. But we'll see what happens. Okay, enough of makeup that isn't KUROMI, because we're here for KUROMI makeup. And also, like I said, it wasn't intended to be a chatty get ready with me, but I'm chatting. Oh, and my hair. I keep harping on my hair. Only a couple more weeks and I'll be somewhere where I can dye it again. It actually looks better on camera than it does in real life. In real life, it is sad. Well, on camera, it kind of makes it look a little more vibrant than it really is. I mean, it still doesn't look great, don't get me wrong, but nowhere near as bad as it looks in real life. All right, what are we doing next? Next would be the face. We'll do this face palette next. Here are our 4 face shades. Let's give these a swatch. Now, on the back of the face palette, it does say you can use them as blushes as well. Here are the 4. But they are definitely highlighters. Like, if I can, it's kind of hard to see those bottom ones, but all 4 are incredibly sparkly and sheer. It's really hard to see the bottom 2, which are super pretty. There they are. There they are. They're the darker ones, the 2 darker ones. They are so pretty. Alright, so sorry, I just wanted to keep all my swatches for a little bit so I can be like, ooh, ah, before I wipe them all off. Those mats are so nice, aren't they? But yeah. I wish I did a better job. Okay, maybe there. Alright, wish I did a better job on those swatches. I'm like, I'll just put them on the palm of my hand. That'll work great. But anyway, I'm actually am going to go in with this more purpley shade, and I'm going to use it like a blush. Why not? Let's just glitter this up, right? And then I'm going to use that purple shade as the actual highlight. But I mean, this isn't really going to be very much of a blush color, I don't think. Oh, that's so sparkly. Definitely highlighters. These are definitely highlighters. And then I'm going to use the highlight brush for that purpley one and put that in the highlighter place. Oh wow. I went in maybe a little bit too much on that one. I'm feeling very 2016 right now. You know, the whole glitter to the gods sort of thing. The aliens can see my glow. Wow, those are sparkly. Hope you can see that. So I'm thinking maybe the darker colors you could use as a sparkly blush topper. They might look really nice over like my Scooby-Doo blush from the Scooby-Doo collection. I think that either of these would be really pretty over that one, because you remember that one had like a faint purple-ish color to it, and it was a matte. So I think either of those would be really pretty over that. But yeah, these are gorgeous though. Look how shimmery. Oh my goodness, how shimmery. All right, so we only have one product to try. We've got the lip gloss. And with products like this, I hate that I have to throw away the packaging. I mean, I don't have to, but let's like, I hoard enough stuff. I don't need to be hoarding just the packaging. It broke my heart to throw away some of that Scooby-Doo packaging, but you know, I can't just cling to it. Even if I want to. We got a bigger house, but it's not that big. Oh, one of the cool things about the new house is it has a attached garage. So my workshop will be the attached garage, so I don't have to like leave the house to get to it. I just open up a door from the kitchen and I'll be right there. So that's really exciting for me. So here we have the lip gloss, and it has the adorable little KUROMI charm. How cute. I thought maybe, I guess maybe you could probably still hook that to a purse, right? Or maybe want to maybe put a keychain, like a round keychain on the purse, and then hook this into the keychain. But let's see what this looks like on. Now, it's just the lip gloss, so it's just going to be shimmery. Let's see what our applicator. Okay, it has a little doe foot applicator. I think it smells like grapes. It smells really sweet and good, but I think that's grape. I know a lot of the KUROMI candies are grape flavored. I think that's kind of her thing. So grape would make sense. Oh wow, that's I might have gone in with too much. That's a bit thick. Oh, it's so sparkly. Okay, it's just a lip gloss, but it added a lot more color than I was expecting. It's so cute the way it's swirled with the purple and the white glitter. So it doesn't appear to be sticky. It's definitely slippery. You can definitely feel it on your lips. It's not like super lightweight or anything, but I did also apply a lot of it. But it's so shimmery and shiny, and it doesn't taste bad. It doesn't taste great. It's not something that I want to go eat all of. I'm not going to eat it straight from the container or anything, but it does have a sweet, maybe like grape candy-ish flavor to it, but very subtle. It's very subtle. It's not super strong or anything. And it's so pretty. So that's my finished look. That is my KUROMI makeup, my first impressions. So my first impressions review of the KUROMI and Wet n Wild makeup is, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love KUROMI so much. The brushes were perfectly fine. They did their job. Of course, I didn't try the foundationist brush. I guess I could have tried that with the powder, but but I did try all four of these, and they worked great. I actually really do like the way that this one, because it is an angled brush, but it's not like my normal angled brush. Do I even have, I think I might have packed my regular angled brush. My normal angled brush is like a lot narrower, you know, more like that. But this one has like this wide base to it that's angled, and I really like that. That actually works really well for packing on the color. Although those two, the more gritty feeling toppers, definitely worked better with a finger. Although I did use this brush for the pinker one on the inside, and I think just because you're just kind of placing it right there and not wiping it all over, it worked well enough for that. But when you want to get like the color more all over your eye, using your finger with those two toppers, I think is definitely the way to go. But the rest of them are super soft and like a lot of color. Like even the really light pigmented ones actually show up and have pigment. Even though they look like they might just be like flesh color, that you can still kind of see them. You can still see them. And the mattes are really nice. They're not patchy or streaky. I mean, look how good those mattes went on. I'm not a huge matte person. You guys know I like to do all shimmer, but I'm beginning to grow a little bit. I'm beginning to expand a little bit. The Scooby-Doo palette had some really nice mattes in it too. So I Wet n Wild, like, Wet n Wild is a roller coaster. For a while there, you know, they were just the cheap makeup and you can make it work. And then they began to get good. But then I felt like they fell off for a little bit because, like, after some good products, I tried some other products and I didn't like them. And now lately, I think they've gotten really good again. I feel like they've gone back to a really good eyeshadow formula. Because, like, it used to not be great, and then it was good, and then it kind of wasn't great again, and now I think it's really good again. But let me know what you think. Have you seen this collection yet anywhere? Like I said, I can't find even a hint of it online, although by the time this video goes up, there might be. But it was just a Walmart, huge display, so much of it. And again, it is the My Melody 50th anniversary and KUROMI 20th anniversary collection. And I actually want more of it, which is sad because I shouldn't be spending money right now on frivolous things. I gotta spend money on house things. But yeah, and I really need to wait until after we move so I have a better idea of what we need. Okay, I'm gonna end this video here because I'll just talk your all's ear off for who knows how long. I don't know why I'm feeling so chatty today. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about my KUROMI makeup. Have you seen this yet? What are your opinions on Wet n Wild recently? Like, did you feel the same way I did, that they were like mediocre and then got really good and then kind of fell off again and then now they're great again? Because between the Scooby-Doo and this, the Scooby-Doo was going to be my new favorite palette, but now I'm thinking this one, although they are different color stories. So I can combine both of them. This will be for the purples, and the Scooby-Doo, I think, has more of the greens in it. Although I think there was one purple in it, but that purple wasn't nearly as good as the purples in here. Like, I can't get over how good these purples are. Like, beautiful. All right, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, of course you can give me a thumbs down. Please tell me all about it in the comments below. And please subscribe to the channel. I hope everyone is just staying happy, healthy, and safe in this incredibly crazy world we're living in. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.